Hey, what's up everybody? This is GeekyAviseq once again from here in Dallas, Texas, and today I'm going to show you something different. I'm not bringing you a review, but I'm going to show you how to fix a PC from the ashes. So few days back, yesterday, a friend of mine gave me this desktop all-in-one PC from HP, which is the HP Omni 100, and asked me if I could fix it. So apparently she got it from her relatives, and the relatives just trashed this PC because it had so many viruses that it finally ended up not working, and they trashed it and gave it her, and she gave it to me asking if I could fix it. So the computer was missing a keyboard, mouse, as well as the power cord. So I was able to find all of those locally here, and once I booted it up, I'm going to show you what it was doing. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but basically it was showing that the hard disk failure is imminent, and please back up your hard drive, have it replaced. So what I ended up doing was I downloaded Ubuntu Linux and made like a bootable pen drive, and went into the BIOS. I'll show you, like press F10. So I went into the BIOS, and then I changed I went all the way to the boot, and then went into the boot device priority, and then I selected HDD group as the first one. And inside the HDD group, what I did was when I plugged in this USB drive, let me just do that, and it will show up as which one is your first drive versus your second drive. So what I did was I chose the USB drive as the first drive within the HDD group, and then I chose the first boot device priority to the HDD group, and then I did the F10, so basically save and exit. Once I did that, I actually ended up installing I inspected the device, I was running the version of Linux from the pen drive, and then I ran some utilities and checked the hard drive and looked for any data that I needed to recover and all that. So there was nothing important that needed to be recovered, so that was a good thing. And then what I ended up doing was I deleted the partitions on the hard drive, recreated the partition table, and then rebooted the computer and see if this error would go away. No, it didn't. Then I went ahead and installed the full Ubuntu Linux on the hard drive itself and ran some utilities, and which basically gave, there are several sectors on the hard drive which had physical damages from the surface. So basically the hard drive is not salvageable anymore, so it needs a replacement. So the next part of the video, so what I'm going to show you now, I'm going to press F2. I want to unplug and I want to start it from wait. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the Ubuntu Linux that I installed, how it is working. So I'm going to press F2. It's working fine, and I tried, it has all the drivers, so I did try a few things, like I edited a Microsoft Word document, worked flawlessly. I went online, watched some videos on YouTube, it worked fine, and then I did some of my other daily stuff on the computer. I was able to handle everything nicely, and there was not really much of a learning curve. I was able to Google everything, and I get the answers in few seconds. I found the disk utility thing, and then I also found drivers for my printer. I also was able to find utilities to check the hard disk health as such. Also, I found one tool for system information, because I was using that information to see what kind of games that this can play, what all you know, how much maximum RAM this supports. So this is, look, this is the Linux Ubuntu Linux that's been working, and I'm gonna open up the Firefox and, you know, launch a YouTube video to show you, you know, it works really good. I mean, I had no issues using. So, you know, so that's why I decided, yeah, let me just go ahead and resalvage this. The internet has been slow, so this is not the PC which is slow. It's basically my internet which is slow. People are working from home, so there's limited bandwidth.
But it's wordy and hard to read.
So, you can see.
Hey everyone, it's Claire here. Today I'm going to sing you listen. I can't help falling in love.
As you can see, I mean, the volume is also pretty good, right? So to me, this is a very nice PC. Like, it has a good display. It's not full HD, but it's still HD. 1900 into 800 resolution on the display. It's got good, nice speakers. It's powered by the AMD Athlon X2 processor. Has 4 gigs of RAM, and used to have that 1 terabyte Seagate Barracuda drive, which is a 7200 RPM hard drive. So I really like this PC, and I think if I restore it to a fully working condition, this would be a very good PC for, you know, something light work, like watching videos on YouTube, watching Netflix or Disney Plus and all these streaming services, listening to music on Spotify. Also comes with a DVD drive, so be able to you know, watch movies, and then probably be able to play some light games or some older games, definitely. So I think this is what's to fix it. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to fix it. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you how to disassemble this computer to get the hard drive out. The first thing that you need to do is you go to the back. You'll see there is a notch. Let me try and get there. As you can see, there's a notch. So just put your nail behind that and try to pull that out. So that will remove this HP panel. Now let's put this back here. Let me just refocus. So these two panels are very easy to take off. Just you see there's 2 arrows. If we just push them, it just pops out. Same here. Just press and push, and it slides out. We're gonna get rid of this stand in here. It's held by 3 torque screws. I'm just gonna turn it around so it's easier for you guys to see at the better camera angle. Let me just zoom in. As you can see, there are like 3 screws and one behind the torque screws that's holding the stand. So I'm gonna, it's not necessary, but the reason I'm removing the stand is just easier to, you know, work. Just get it out of the way. You don't really need to remove that. And then what you have to do is you have to push this up, and then it will just pop out. And just wanna show you some stuff over here. So basically it tells the model number, and then it came with the Windows 7 home kernel. See, the hard drive is here. What you have to do is take this out and slide slightly. No, oh, there is another top screw over there, so remove the screw first. Let me get the torque screw. Okay, so remove the torque screw and then take this out, take this up and then slide it, but you won't be able to yank it out. So slide it like if you were placing the computer the same way. Slide it out towards the outside and then move it towards the bottom and then wiggle it out. So there's where the hard drive. I'm gonna replace it with a new hard drive that I have got. So I just got like another, okay, camera focus. So another Seagate hard drive. This is only 160 gigs, but it's 7200 RPM. So hope to get similar performance from that drive. How big this drives used to be. Let me show you before I lose that. I'm gonna put the screw back in. I'm just gonna place it. So before I want to show you how to get the RAM. So the RAMs, there's two slots. The RAMs are hidden in here. You don't need any screwdriver. It pops out and then you can see the RAM. For this particular one I have two DDR3 2 gig stick each, so they are DDR3 PC 10600. That's the RAM. That's the RAM. And then under this hood is the AMD microprocessor. I am not so sure if I would repaste it, but definitely I would like to clean the fan. So let me just show you guys. Sorry, I'm struggling with the camera. I'm having to do this all by myself. So I'm gonna remove. So I think this can pop out, and there you can see the heatsink for the processor. Everything looks pretty clean, so I don't think I need to clean that out, but I wish if I can take the fan out and then clean the fan. But it seems like to remove the fan I need to get a lot of screws out, which at this point in time something that I'm gonna avoid. I don't want to have to take all of these out just to clean the fan. We'll see. I'll put the hard drive first and then we'll see. So that's how, guys, that's how you remove the hard drive from an HP Omni 100 PC. And I think if you have any similar models, it would be the same. I'm gonna unscrew the older hard drive and put in the new hard drive and put it all back the same way I did it, and then I'll come back and show you how it's working. Okay guys, so I have replaced the hard drive and put everything back together. I'm gonna boot it up and see how it goes. Okay. I'm just gonna go and see in the BIOS. Okay, so it did take the hard drive. It's showing up. So all good. So save changes, yes, and let boot. Okay, so that means we have a clean hard drive. Trying to boot. So I have this Windows 7 in this. I'm just gonna plug it in and reboot and see if it would read the. I apologize guys, there's some construction going on right outside my house and this is pretty loud. Looks like Windows is loading, so it's reading the bootable USB drive. So I have Windows 7 in that. I'm gonna install it and see how it goes. Woohoo! Showing up Windows, starting Windows. Okay guys, so I'm gonna finish the steps and or maybe I should just show you. Let's see. Install now and we'll go through the setup with you guys. Maybe I'll do convert it into a time lapse. So it's Home Premium, so I'm gonna install that. I'm gonna do, okay, so 150 gigs. What I'm gonna do is new, apply, and I'm just gonna format that. Just making sure, you know, you are doing it right. And then the reason I deleted that drive and formatted it is because every time you get a hard drive, even though it might have been deleted by someone because this was not new, it was you know, recycled hard drive, to avoid any problems going forward, it's always better to, you know, reformat delete the partitions, create the partitions, reformat the drive, because now it's empty, so there's nothing in that. But once you have the files installed, it makes it more complicated because you won't be able to format it without losing data, or there's too much, it takes a lot of effort to, you know, copy the data back. So I'm gonna stop the video here and we'll come back on the next steps, because, you know, I don't think it's interesting to look at expanding Windows files, all these things. So I'll come back to the last step where so that you guys see how it is going. Okay, so okay guys, now I'm going to show you the tools that I used to actually, you know, check. So the first thing that I used was the GSmart control tool. So this basically tells you the condition of the hard drive. So as you can see, it's in all red, and if I click on it, it gives me the error logs and basically tells me, you know, the overall health assessment test failed. This is the quick log. There are different tests that you can run which will probably take longer. So reallocated sector count, you know, it's a pre-failure status. If I go to error logs, there's, you know, multiple sectors that are damaged in the hard drive. So that's what I used. Then I went into the temperature log and, you know, a few other things that I looked at it to figure out if, you know, I can continue to use the hard drive. Probably can continue to use the hard drive, but it can fail at any point, so why not just replace it with you know, a better utility. So other than that, I used another tool. This is called System Profiler and Benchmark. So what it does is, it's kind of like a tool from Specky, the guys who make CCleaner. So similar to that, I just wanted to check. So this is, you know, AMD Athlon X2, the 260U. It's a dual core processor and 4 gigs of RAM. And as you can see, 1600 into 900 resolution. So pretty much good for an old computer, which can, I think this should be able to handle web browsing, you know, office, you know, document editing, you know, things for school. It also has a built-in webcam and all that, so I'm gonna try Zoom and all that. Since this is not Windows, so I didn't go ahead and try so much different stuff. But my plan is to actually, now that I know the specs, now I have a plan how I want to fix it. So once I install, this came with Windows 7 Home Premium. I was also able to download that and create a bootable USB drive. So the first thing I'm going to do is probably install the new hard drive, then install the Windows 7 Home Premium, whatever this computer came with, then update all the drivers, update the BIOS, and then keep using it for some time to see how it does. If it does really well, that's when I may decide to upgrade the RAM to its maximum. Right now it's 4 gigs, I may upgrade the RAM to 8 gigs, replace the hard drive, because now I'm replacing that with another physical 7200, you know, regular SATA hard drive. So if everything goes well, once I perform the burn test, what I'm going to do is upgrade the RAM, upgrade the hard drive into an SSD, and then probably install Windows 10 and some other utilities, and then make it like super nice. Okay guys, so I was able to install Windows 7, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna just set the time. Okay, so yeah, there you see Windows 7 installation steps. I have to hide the passwords because you guys probably saw the passwords. Guys, I'm sorry about the background music because of all the construction going on, and so far I think it's everything's going as per planned. I'm able to, you know, I'm happy that I can see this now. Woo! So we do have Windows 7. That's all, guys. I don't want to bore you for the rest of the steps of installing the driver and everything else, but looks like it worked. Okay, so guys, now I have installed the Windows 7. I've installed all the updates. As you can see, it's working fine now. What I'm planning to do is now actually try to upgrade this Windows 7 Home Premium to Windows 10. Not sure if Microsoft would still let me do a free upgrade, but we'll go and try it. It's pretty fast for, you know, a 10-year-old computer. I just had installed almost 200 updates for the Windows 7. Looks pretty good, huh? We'll wait for it to connect to the Wi-Fi and then we'll fire it up. I'll fire up Edge browser. I mean, not the fastest, but you know, someone who just trashed the computer, it's pretty usable. I think it was doing much better on the Ubuntu Linux, but I'm sure once I update this to Windows 10, it's gonna run a little bit better. I mean, it's still updating installing the updates, so it's fresh install. It takes a while for Windows 7 to get optimized. But even then, as you can see, I just want to play something. Go to the music section and play whatever comes up.
Talk tomorrow?
Yeah, that works for me. I'm pretty open.
Cool.
Great.
That's great.
If all the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. Can't live without me. You wanna, but you can't. Na. Think it's funny, but honey.
Oh, so here's guys, I was able to download and install Windows 10, and it used the license from the Windows 7, so it automatically got activated for Windows 10 Home, and I'm going to show you right here. I mean, I'm very happy right now that, you know, somebody threw away this PC thinking that this is never going to work, but I was able to bring it back to life by replacing the hard drive and then reinstalling the operating system so to Windows 7, and then I was able to upgrade it to Windows 10. So here, as you can see, Windows is activated, and this is the processor. It's an AMD Athlon X2 260U 4-bit of RAM, but it's a 64-bit operating system. So my idea is to actually use this for a few days, and if it runs well enough, I might upgrade the hard drive into an SSD and maybe try to find some RAM and upgrade it to 8 gigs instead of the 4 gigs that's there. So it's a SODIMM DDR3. The maximum RAM supported by the motherboard is 8 gigs as well as the processor. So I'm just gonna try to upgrade it to 8 gigs and upgrade change the hard drive into an SSD. So I think with doing that, it would be a very decent PC. Alright guys, that's it for now.